What's up guys, Mike here from Ekim Knives. And I'm just sitting here working on a knife, as usual. A little problem with it though. It won't cut anything. So you ever wonder, and if you're watching my channel, chances are a lot of you are knife makers or want to be a knife or just interested in knives in general. But you ever wonder how those knife makers get it so sharp and they do it so quickly? They're all about production and banging them out or they're not going to make money, so they have to do it quickly. Sure, you could use stones, you could use an Edge Pro or a Wicked Edge, one of those gadgets, but they're expensive and it's still time consuming. Yeah, the accuracy's there and you will get a sharp edge, but not productive enough. So I'm going to show you how those knife makers do it. You have a grinder, right? You see that one over my shoulder right there? We're going to use that and we're going to get this scary sharp off the grinder in minutes. Stick with me and I'll show you how it's done. Alright guys, we're over at the grinder now and we're going to sharpen right up here on the slack portion. You don't want to go way back here where it's really springy. Don't do that. I'm running the belt nice and tight. You do have to watch out for the crown in the belt. So these are crowned wheels, so you get a little raised section in the middle. So that's pretty much where we're going to sharpen. So just watch your edges. Don't overdo it. We're going to run the grinder at about 30% power. If you don't have a variable speed grinder, you could do this full power. Just watch your pressure. Just go nice and easy. Again, and this is a brand new 220 grit belt. This happens to be a J-Flex, but that does not matter. You could use a stiff belt too. It'll probably actually work better. You won't have this crown issue here. Alright, our first couple of passes, we're just going to set an initial edge. So you want to come in here, and I like to put my finger on the tip, kind of hold the blade like this. Put my finger on the tip so I can control my pressure. And we're not going to bury the blade into the belt. You're going to find a comfortable angle and just go for it. Let me move you back a little bit. So that feels about right to me. So I'm going to dive right in. Light pressure. Follow that nose. Rock it back. Follow the nose again. Rock it back. See how it's nice and even already? Still have a lot of material to remove, but make sure you don't overheat. So dip it in water and cool it down. Now I'm going to flip over and do the other side. We want a V, not a chisel. Okay, that's that side, and the other side a little dirty, but not bad. It looks like I messed up at the tip, but that's why we're practicing on this blade, because the edge is a little thicker at the tip. Oh, it'll follow your curves though. Back to the other side. Now I'm not putting a ton of pressure at all. A little more than the weight of the knife. And we still have a little bit of meat to remove. See? We landed on the same bevel, still nice and even. Alright, flip over to the other side. A couple of passes on that side now. Nope. Don't do that. We're getting there, going to thin it out some more. Now what I'm looking for is when you look directly at the edge, you shouldn't see any flat spots. It should be a V the entire length. If you see a flat spot, like I see a little one towards the tip, probably not going to show up. I'm going to focus just a little bit more on the tip. But we're right about there. With this, always full passes. Okay. Now what we're going to look for is a little burr that'll be hanging off the edge. I can feel a little one starting to form, so we're going to go just the weight of the knife until we get that burr to form. And get a burr on that side. So there we go. See if that'll show up on the very, very edge. See on the very edge? If you touch it, it moves. You'll know it when you see it. It's very clear. If you have to wear, some guys wear the magnifying lenses, you have to do that by all means. But that's what you're looking for. So now I'm just going to do some really, really light passes. Not even the weight of the knife. And I'm just going to clean some of that up and thin out that burr as much as possible. And of course you want the burr the entire length of the knife. Alright, that feels pretty good there. Okay, you are going to need something other than a 220 grit belt. You're going to need either a buffer to do it, but a buffer is kind of a sloppy method, or one of these leather belts. I forget where I get this. I think maybe True Grit or USA Knife Maker. It was originally a 2x72, but I split it. And so now it's a 1x72. It doesn't matter if you split it or not. You could use it full size. I just did it for the hell of it. Alright, they do stretch, so I'm going to have to increase my tension a bit. Otherwise it's going to go flying off the tracking wheel. Same speed. A little bit of green compound. You don't have to go crazy. Just throw a little bit on there. And what we're trying to do is get rid of that little burr. So I'm going to jump right in the same spot. Light pressure. Just the weight of the knife. Maybe a touch more. And that's going to polish up our edge. A little bit more. And this doesn't take a whole lot. Do not do this and strop it for an hour thinking you're going to make it sharper. You're not. You're going to make it duller. It's starting to feel pretty good already. Might even overdid it with the belt. Sit tight. Let me get a piece of paper. I'll leave this right here so you know there's no funny business. Alright. Let me tilt you down. I'll zoom you out a little bit. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I always do it the wrong way. Dummy. Okay. No trickery. That same knife. How long did that take? A minute or two? Maybe 5 minutes tops if you take your time. Whoa. And of course this is without checking my edge and going back, and seems I have a bit of a hang up right there. So that's fine. If I got a little hang up, I'm going to go in there, polish it out just a little bit more. Past that. That should do it. If that doesn't do it, you might have to go back to the 220 grit belt. Well guys, you know me, I can't leave well enough alone, so I went back off camera and just touched it up. This literally took me, like I said, one pass each side and a couple passes on the leather, and got rid of that little hang up that was bothering me so much. Of course, it's the camera thing. It's as soon as you go on camera, the thing doesn't cut the way it's supposed to. Of course. We got one of these. Let's see if I can get this on camera. Yeah, it's sharp. Alright guys, I'll catch you on the next video. Under 20 minutes this time.